and welcome to our 5th annual Celebration of Achievement for Creating Access to Careers in Healthcare, or we always refer to CATCH if you don't mind using an acronym all the time. I'm Charlie Thompson. I am the director of CATCH. Quite a privilege to have been working with the program now for the whole 5 years. And tonight, it's just such a special night. We have some very important school dignitaries. Our leaders are here to talk to you a little bit, because this is such an important moment for you and for the college and for the healthcare industry in the area too. And I have to say a few words just because I do that. And we have a couple of students that we want to have share their stories with you. And then we have a keynote address from one of our huge partners, Workforce Nahomish. So that's what you're going to see. And so the first welcome I'd like to have you to meet is our president of Edmonds Community College, Dr. Jean Hernandez.
Good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure to see so many of you here today. Thank you for taking the time to be with us. To the students that are being acknowledged and honored tonight, I'm just so very proud of the work that you've accomplished. This is one of those programs where it's really about the students overcoming some sometimes tough obstacles, because some of you maybe haven't been in school for a while, or you've got family obligations and all sorts of priorities that compete for your time, and we're just so glad that you've persevered, you've made this happen for yourself. Your dreams are what are so important, so thank you for making those happen for yourselves. But I also would like to thank the family for your support of our students, and also our staff and faculty. We just have a really wonderful group of individuals that help make this a successful program. So again, my accolades and thanks to both students, family, and all of the support. Thank you.
Next, I want you to meet Dr. David Byer, the president of Everett Community College.
Well, good evening, and it's a pleasure to be here for this very special event for all of our students that have endured and accomplished many tasks and challenges during this period of time. Actually, I'm going to be real brief. Dr. Hernandez just stole my speech, and I want to thank her for that. But I also want to take the opportunity seriously to congratulate students from both colleges for your really hard work and for overcoming barriers that you may have never dreamed you could overcome, and also to congratulate you on a very bright future, I'm sure. We're very pleased to be here this evening to honor you. I also want to take an opportunity to also thank the faculty and staff, very dedicated people who've spent a lot of time working with all of you to make sure that you could realize your goals and your dreams. And also to acknowledge the director here, who's for 5 years put a lot of time into this program, and Charlie, we thank you for that. It's great to see someone really make a program so successful. And finally, I guess I want to thank Edmonds Community College. We're honored to be able to partner with you to do programs like this, to make things happen like this, and Dr. Hernandez is a real leader, and it's just an honor to be able to share the stage and congratulate students. So thank you, Jean, appreciate it a lot. So congratulations, and look forward to a great evening of celebration.
And what's a college without faculty, and faculty without executive vice presidents of instruction? And so it's my pleasure first to introduce you to Charlie Crawford. He's new to Edmonds Community College, and we're really glad to have him, and I keep getting his email. So come on up, Charlie. Thanks.
In answer to your second question, Charlie, a faculty without an instructional VP would be a very happy faculty, I think. So, and as Charlie said, I've only been at Edmonds since July, and I'm the other Charlie. So one of the first programs I learned about at Edmonds was Catch, because I kept getting Charlie's email, and he kept getting mine. I wanted to also extend my congratulations to the students and families tonight. And particularly, I want to thank the faculty that have been involved in this program. And I just want to read the names of the faculty from Edmonds that have participated in this, and thank them all together. Andrea Dorn, Kimberly Guerin, Terry Taylor, Elizabeth Patterson, Erica Ferreri, Teresa Allen, Leanne Kunders, Cindra McCann, Lee Hall, Aaron Donahue-Zink, Merritt Hicks, Connie Lockwood, Kira McCoy, Aaron Madica, and Terry Swenson. So as you can see, this program has involved a lot of instructors across campus. Congratulate the work you've done. Also want to acknowledge that we're going to be able to continue this program with our Catch 2 or iCatch grant, and that's just fantastic. We'll be able to serve more students and involve more of the campus. And so thank you all for being here tonight.
And up at Everett, got Allison Stevens. This is her second year she's been joining us for this. We appreciate having you come.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to have everybody here, and I just want to say a really warm congratulations to those of you that are already employed. Many of you are employed already. And to put a little bug in your ear about continuing your education beyond what you've already done in the Catch program. You are probably well aware of how great a need there is for you in our healthcare system, and there's an even greater need to develop your skills beyond what you already have, so not to be thinking you should think tonight about further study and further work, but I do want to encourage you to go down that road as you show what you will be able to contribute to a healthcare system that currently doesn't have the skills that you can provide. So thank you for all the hard work that you've done, and thank you faculty and staff. And I really believe the faculty have the fun job. They're the ones that get to spend the time with you and do all of the life-changing work that happens in the classroom. So congratulations, everyone.
Okay, now it's my turn. Could I have all of the participants and completions and graduates please stand up? You are indeed awesome. This really is a great accomplishment. It's time to stop and acknowledge and give yourself credit for all the work that you've done. Catch is here. We don't give anybody anything except opportunity for you to do something. And you've all stepped up to the plate. You've worked hard. You've done the things that it takes. You've finished those classes. You have helped those patients, and you've gotten out and gotten jobs. We're just here as a network to help you. And I hope that you'll be able to take that idea into your jobs and into your other activities, because it's a network. It's that group of coworkers or friends or associations or clubs that you join. It's that group of people around you and your families, of course, to help us all get ahead and to accomplish these great things. But tonight, you have done that. I guess I already said this. Stop, look around, because it's been pretty amazing. What you're receiving tonight is a certificate of achievement, We don't give out degrees, and so you're not graduating from our program. That's what the college is here for. So, and many of you have graduated from certificate programs at both schools, and I have some wonderful pictures of previous people walking. So if you, in graduation in June, so if you qualify for that, I would definitely recommend that you take the time to get that cap and gown and walk down the aisle with the other graduates of the college and be proud of that, because you really, really earned it. On the certificate, lists all the courses that you have taken and accomplished. And our program's goal is for you to at least finish one health industry certificate, but most of you have earned 2, 3, 4, and there's a handful of you that have earned 5 certificates within the year time that we were together. And that's just amazing. You've made us all look really good. We're part of a network of 35 programs across the country financed by Obamacare and the Health and Human Services in order to help meet the need for more workers in healthcare. And we're one of the rising stars in that program, and you can see why. This year we enrolled 97 students. 82 have completed successfully. That's 85% completion rate. The average for community colleges today is below 20%. I'm being nice. And you can see, this is from 11 to 12. Edmond's percentage completion was 27, and the national average is only 22. And so this is the last of our first 5 years of Catch, and the numbers have worked out the same effort and work and completion has we've seen all the time. We've had 423 students enrolled, 321 have completed, which is 75% completion rate, and my favorite number, hey, they said I have a laser, 198, and after I did this slide this morning, one more person came in, so we're at 199 people hired into healthcare. And about a third of our students, when you come in, you're receiving aid for families, TANF, and of that group of students, 95% are no longer on TANF and are working and receiving a wage, but you're not done with Catch. We're going to be with you. We want to help push it until you are making a living wage. Our average wage of our students is about $12.50 right now, or $12.27. But we want you to continue, like Mrs. Stevens said, to keep going until you're reaching that job that pays $18, $20. And it's not that far off. Patient care techs can earn around $18. Emergency room technicians can make closer to $20 an hour. Then you're at least making a living wage. There's more to go, and I hope you can go on. But you've shown that you can do it. That's what's been so gratifying for me. As he said, we have received a lot of national recognition from the League for Innovation of Community Colleges, from the Community College Futures, and from the government agencies that we work with. And the best recognition of all is that we were just selected for doubling the size of our program and receiving $15 million over the next 5 years to keep accomplishing this same program. Since this is a demonstration grant, and one of our goals is to be able to innovate and discover some new ways and effective ways to helping students overcome barriers. Most all the students that haven't completed, it isn't because you can't do the academics. Life has gotten in the way so bad that we have to wait and then come back later. And that's what we want to keep working on. How can we help with more ways to overcome more barriers so we have fewer people getting so overwhelmed with problems in life that they have to stop out for a bit. because there's no time to stop out. We want you to get to that living wage as soon as possible, because it's a lot more comfortable living that way. So our new grant, we had to be different, and so it's innovations in creating access to careers in healthcare. And one of the big changes is that we're adding another college, 2 more counties that we're going to be involved with. Skagit Valley College has joined our team, and they serve both Skagit County and Island County, so we'll be able to cover more area for more folks. And instead of just the nursing assistant, phlebotomy, EKG tech pathways that we've been working with for the last 5 years, now you can see we're expanding into more direct patient care, more nursing, LPN programs at the various colleges, but also into mental health and into medical IT and office. So that opens up a lot more opportunities for a lot more folks, because I know some of you really didn't want to be nurses' aides, but you kept hearing me say it's much the education, that direct patient care experience will be wonderful, but this next time we're not going to have to make people do that if they really don't want to. So that's nice. Oh, look, I forgot. One big addition for us. Currently, we've had to wait till people are ready to benefit, and so had to be ready for college and be ready to stop and read those 9 textbooks, chapters in a week. But we're adding a section of pre-college preparation. And so we're teaming up with each college's pre-college areas in reading and math, and also in English as a second language. In the past, about a third of our students are immigrants, and they've had to wait and just work on English until they're about level 5 or level 6 of the ESL training. And now we can start with level 1. That is not going to be a barrier for us to be able to help them keep in school like you have been. And that's really important to us. Our support services are really about the same because they're so wonderful and they work so well for all of you, having people like John and Jared and Slajana. We are going to be adding more assistance in career planning because we're going to be offering a lot more career paths. When we only gave you one, there wasn't much to plan for, right? You just did it. But now you have choices. And so we're going to have counselors to be able to help folks make the best choice that fits them and something they have passion about. Because that's when you do the best job, is when you have passion for your work. And we still have the in-home digital access. We're one of 2 of the programs that keep pushing this idea that digital access should be a utility. It is vital for every student to be able to have easy access to the internet and to the online opportunities for learning in your home. And so we have always pushed that, as you have all known. We loan you a computer. We loan our students computers and provide internet access, broadband access for a year, and give you the opportunity, give students the opportunity to earn that computer by completing the industry certificate. So we'll be able to do that with more than twice as many students that we have now. So I think that wraps up about everything I want to say, except for a lot of thank yous. These are the Catch staff. If you would stand, please. Yay. Come on, Terry, stand up. You know, you've met them all. You've worked with them all, and it's a real pleasure. It's about the same team we had 5 years ago when we started, and it's wonderful. It really says a lot. I appreciate your work. Thank you. And our leadership team. I know Jan Strand from our Work First office, and Liz Patterson, and my boss, Pat Copeland, the dean. The four of us are the center core. Thank you, Pat. Are the center core leadership. And so I want to give you guys a big thank you too, because I can't make these decisions by myself. That's for sure. Thanks. And our faculty, many of them said they couldn't be here because they're teaching classes tonight. We tried scheduling between, but some of them are teaching every night, so one night or another. So if there are any faculty that are here, please stand. I know there's one. I can see you right over there. Wow. Thank you. We really do have a dedicated set of faculty. Many of them this time around have been dedicated to teaching Catch classes that have classes with just Catch students. That's something that's going to be changing with the new group. When you're going to offer that many courses, that many programs, you really can't keep 20 people all in the same room. So they're going to be scattered around campus, and we're really pleased to do that. So. And then last is our community partners. We don't do this by ourselves, and that's one reason why we have been so successful and that we have been able to receive the next grant is because we have pages and pages of community sponsors and support. And that just overwhelmed the folks at the office, back at OFA, back at the Health and Human Services offices. And I know tonight we have some really key partners that have come. Dave, please stand. He's with Business Access. For those of you who love your computers, this is the guy. He's come up from Dallas, Texas to be with us tonight. And our employer, I'm sorry, we just met and I forgot your name, but she's from Right at Home. Please, we're welcome. Glad to have you here. And if any of our other community partners, representatives from the agencies are here that I haven't said hello to yet, please stand. You can be hearing for one more, but I'll let Aaron wait. So, all right. So, enough from me. All of you have a wonderful story to tell, and I have collected so many of them, and there's such wonderful stories of how you came to Catch and how it's helped you, and what have you overcome with what we have. But we did ask one student from each school to come down and share their story, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to Kamani Burton from Edmonds Community College.
When I first started with Catch, I was actually in life skills class with Penny. So at first I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was up there tossed between wanting to be a teacher or wanting to be in the medical field, but still had no idea for sure what I wanted to do. And then having that one-on-one time with Penny in life skills class, she was up there talking to me about Catch. So the more and more I found out about Catch, the more I went ahead and looked more into it. And right actually as I went to go do my financial aid, is the day I got a call from John, and I was actually accepted into the Catch program. So some of the challenges during Catch, it's not an easy program. It's very challenging, not hard. Learned that from Merit. Rocks are hard. A lot of challenges I had during the program was maintaining balance, trying to be, being a single mom for the first time, and trying to maintain schoolwork, and then also trying to have a job, part-time job. Yeah, all of that definitely did not work. But, so I had to let go of my part-time job and bring my main focus into school and taking care of my son. The CAT staff, they helped me a lot. They helped me in so many ways, from choosing the right classes, being there, advising me on the right classes, staying one-on-one after, getting extra help, and helping me set up life goals, and even little goals, beginning 3-step goals and then becoming into life goals. Right, as of right now, I am finishing up for my patient care tech certificate. This will be my 3rd certificate. So, and then I will be, actually right now I'm taking advanced CNA and psychology. So, and right now I'm tossed up between taking LPN or surgical tech. And I will be walking with June, as of June of 2016, I will be having my certificate in patient care tech. Thank you. But my future plans are to become an RN. So, but I've had, thank you. But my overall experience with Catch, I had a wonderful experience with Catch, and I really do encourage people to join if they can. So, but I just want to say thank you to all the staff and everyone else. So, thank you.
Thank you. To see the changes in each of you from the time you first meet me at that orientation session when I ask you, why do you want to be here? What is it in healthcare that interests you? Most all of you, in one way or another, said you want to help others. You had an experience, or your family have been having that experience, or have been in healthcare, and that you want to help others. And I've seen that grow for the year that you're with us, and that's such a reward. Next, I'll introduce you to Heather Sipple. She is the manager of the program up at Everett Community College, and she'll introduce our next speaker. Heather.
Good evening, and thank you for coming tonight. And it's great to see everybody here, students and the presidents and all the faculty and everyone here. So congratulations to the students, and you've done a great job, so give yourselves a round of applause. So you've really accomplished a lot in the last year and met your goals, and I know a lot of you are continuing on in other programs at the colleges, and a lot of you are working already, so it's very exciting. So I want to introduce Rohani. She came to my office probably a year ago, and her and Carlos came and wanted to learn about the program, and she was really excited, was a really good fit, and she got in and did great, and here she is to tell her story.
Before Catch, I was a pretty aimless student. I knew I liked helping people, but I wasn't sure how I could achieve that. I flirted with various degrees, including environmental engineering and science, before tossing them aside. Oddly enough, my journey with Catch began with a misfortune. My husband lost his job. While he was at the WorkSource building, a brochure for Catch caught his eye, and knowing of my passion for healthcare, he picked up one for me, a move for which he has my eternal gratitude. Of course, I applied in a heartbeat, and I remember the feelings of butterflies waiting to hear back. I was so excited when I got accepted. The first day of school came, and I felt just like my children did on their first days of school. Who will be my friend? What's my teacher gonna be like? And it turns out everyone was super lovely. I got to talking to them. Throughout the year, we would grow closer together and supportive. That is what I loved most about Catch, how much we all cared about each other. From day one, all of the teachers and staff constantly reminded us to always ask them for help on anything and everything. When I needed help with housings, LaJonna was there for my husband and me. Jared helped polish my resume from a rough onyx into a shining diamond. Historically, I had never finished any college that I started because of a health condition, but I was really hesitant to talk to anyone about it. Eventually, I did say something, and my fears of disbelief and unacceptance were completely unjustified. Instead, I found hugs and friends. Catch embodied the best qualities of humanity in empathy and kindness. And now I'm here with you all too. We did it. Through dedication and the support of our loved ones, we are here to celebrate our success. For me, Catch not only changed my life, but the life of my family as well. My children got to see me grow and finish what I started. They learned the value of determination and doing things on time. I remember working on my homework when my 6-year-old son said he'd go and do his too. Catch has inspired me to keep going in my own education. I have plans to enter into a nursing program and pursue RN as a career. In the meantime, I'm blessed to have a caregiving job immediately after finishing Catch. They have given me confidence that I can provide for my present and look to my future as well. To those who babysat our kids so we could study, or played medical terminology flashcards with us, or let us do vital signs on them for the umpteenth time, we thank you. We could not be here without our families helping us along our way. This night is also about you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. I met wonderful people through Catch. I consider myself blessed to have them in my life. I know that their zeal for life will translate into excellent caregiving. Many of us have jobs now and couldn't be here tonight because we're working, and we praise your dedication. We celebrate all successes tonight. We are the joy of yesterday, the promise of today, and the hope of a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Would the family members of our completers please stand? Your families. Let's give them a round of applause. Rohani was so right. We don't do this by ourselves. Our families are so important. I went back to school in my 40s to South Seattle Community College to finish, and I had 2 little girls at home, and so I was doing homework at 2 o'clock in the morning too. So I've been there, and I know how hard it is for you and how hard it is on those kids too, and your partner, your spouse, to put up with all that. Can't do anything this weekend except write this paper. So it's really, really appreciative. I'm really appreciative of that. So we've explored quite a bit about one of the goals of Catch, which is all about you, the students, and helping you have the opportunity to take things that you want to learn and to do that. But Catch has 2 mandates. I mentioned that we were funded by the Affordable Care Act, and it has nothing to do with insurance. It has to do with a shortage of healthcare workers that already exists, and with more people seeking healthcare and those baby boomers that are getting older and will require more health care, there's a real shortage that is here and is coming. And so that's also a part of our job. And in that, we have one really outstanding partner, and that's Workforce Snohomish. They are the leading job creation, job finding employment services agency. Aaron can tell you much better about what it is that they do, but their the folks that we contract with to get John and Slajana and Jared and the dedication that they have. I didn't think I was going to do this tonight. But we're really glad to have them as a partner, and so I want you to meet their Chief Executive Officer, Aaron, here we go, Aaron Monroe. Thanks.
Well, good evening, everybody, and I think like President Beyer said, I feel like everybody already said what I was going to say, so I think it's going to be pretty short here. No, thank you very much. It's really an honor to be here tonight to speak to all of you on this very special evening for all of you, for the families, the graduates. Congratulations to all of you, because as we keep saying, it takes a village, it takes a family, and you all stuck through it, so I think that's great. So my name is Erin Monroe. I'm with Workforce Snohomish, and I will describe a little bit more about what Workforce Snohomish does. Thank you, Charlie. Workforce Snohomish is one of 12 workforce development councils in the state, and we are charged with helping people get engaged and re-engaged in the workforce industries. We partner with so many different organizations across Snohomish County, economic development, the colleges, universities, nonprofits, government agencies. It's amazing how many partners we have. We had a meeting recently. I think we had 30 partners there, different people there. So, which is great, because it takes a community to help work together to help accomplish what we're trying to do to meet our industry needs. And as mentioned, John and Slajana and Jared work for us, and we're very proud of them. And I now know that Jared has a new special thing on his resume, that he can turn a resume from stone into a diamond. So that's great. Thank you, Jared. We're going to bring that up at work tomorrow. But our organization was so pleased to have this partnership with Edmonds Community College, Everett College. And it was a phenomenal 5-year catch program. And please don't quote me on this, so please turn off the videos, but I'm going to say in the 6 years I've been at Workforce Snohomish, this has to be by far one of the best programs that we have had in our organization. And I'm very, very proud not only to see it be so successful, but also seeing that we're getting another 5-year grant. So congratulations to everybody all around. So tonight I look around the room, and I had an opportunity to meet some of you, some of the graduates tonight, and what a proud evening for you. But I want to go back, and Charlie mentioned something about what is it that made you want to get into healthcare? And I want to ask all of you that question. What is that reason that you got into healthcare, into the healthcare profession? As Charlie mentioned, most of you said that it was because you want to help people. But I really think it goes deeper than that. I think a lot of you have a deeper reason for wanting to get into this to help people. And I think every person here has their own reason, and that's a special one, and it's going to be different than the other groups, other students that you have in this program. And it's going to be different than the other thousands of people like you getting into this profession. And I want you to think about that reason, because that reason is so powerful. It lives within you. It helps you get through the training, the final exams, everything you need to pursue this career path in healthcare. And you're going to find throughout your career, you're going to remember that reason. And it's very powerful. And I wish we could go around the room right now and ask everybody what their reason is. And I think that it's going to have everyone's going to have their own story. And I think that's great. My son, excuse me, I have a 17-year-old son. And a couple of months ago, he came home and he said, "Mom, Dad, I want to get into healthcare. I want to get in the medical profession. And of course, we were very excited about this and very surprised, but very excited because I'm a former accountant and auditor, and my husband is an engineer and teacher. And so, as you can expect, we were, wow, that's great. And we asked him, like I just asked you tonight, so what's the reason you want to get into healthcare? And he said, well, and I'm going to pause for a moment, because I think as we have a lot of kids in the room too, and those of us who work with kids or have children or talk to children, you find that children will say things with the utmost seriousness, but as an adult, when you hear the answer, you can't help but find it very amusing. And so we found our son's reasons pretty amusing. I'd like to share. So he said, well, I have 2 reasons that I'd like to get into healthcare. He said, number 1, I really, really, really love chemistry. So that was great. But he said, number 2, you know, Mom and Dad, very seriously, I have found that blood does not gross me out. And that's the reason he wants to get in there. And all I kept thinking was, wow, I am so glad I became an accountant. I am so glad there are people out there that can do that. So thank you all very much. So we all have our reasons for choosing our career paths, like you do. And I was so proud of him when he said that he wanted to go in that field. And I'm just very proud of all of you right now with all the accomplishments that you've had throughout this program. The reason that you have, like I said, is powerful. It lives within you, and it's the voice that's going to keep you going. It's the voice that's going to help you continue after this night to continue to pursue the next step and the next step and the next step in the healthcare profession. I'd like to quote a line from one of my favorite Indiana Jones movies. You have chosen wisely. Some of you have seen that movie. And why do I say that? Because healthcare, I'm here to tell you, healthcare is one of the fastest growing industries in the nation right now. Right now, approximately 222,000 people in the state of Washington are employed in healthcare. That means 1 in 10 workers is in the healthcare industry. And these are good paying jobs. In Snohomish County this past year, a local hospital was listed as the #1 employer with job listings, which surpassed Boeing from the previous year. They had a 165% increase. I'm going to repeat that. I'm an accountant, I like numbers. 165% increase in job postings just in 1 year. The #1 occupation in this report was in healthcare. And are you ready for this? 16 of the top 25 certifications that were required for jobs was in healthcare. There were healthcare-related certificates. And guess what number 9 was? The CNA. Excuse me. And this job market is expected to grow. In fact, there's an anticipated shortage of healthcare workers through the year 2020, and possibly even beyond that. So just to put things into perspective, there will be a shortage of about 200,000 physicians throughout the United States through 2020. And that's just physicians. Can you imagine the thousands of other healthcare occupations that are going to continue to follow that trend? Registered nurses, medical lab technicians, patient care technicians,
I mean, the list goes on, and you'll find when you get into an employer and when you start working, or most of you are, it's going to open so many doors. You can't even imagine the possibilities. So congratulations for getting into this great profession. And why are we experiencing this growth? Because we continue to see one of the largest generations in the United States retiring. It's the baby boomers are retiring. And not only are they going to need talented people with the skills you have to replace them for their own jobs, but they're still going to need health care. Your doctor is going to be retiring at some point, and he may become your patient. And guess what else? We're living longer. We're living longer thanks to our amazing medical technologies and medical advances and strong outreach on educating people about healthy lifestyles. And that could be you in those areas. So we need talented people like you with the skills and the passion to help people like me, your family, your neighbors, your friends, and everybody else here in this room to help make a difference in our lives. We need that. So last night, I had the opportunity to talk to one of the past graduates from this program over the phone. So be careful. I do things like that. I might be calling you at some point in the future. And we had a delightful conversation, and I really wanted to share this with you. So his name is Nathan, and he graduated 3.5 years ago from the Catch program. And I asked Nathan the same question I asked all of you. I said, Nathan, what was the reason for getting into healthcare? What was that? And he thought about it for only a few seconds. And probably like you knew immediately what it was. And he did. He said his reason was his vision was to work with low-income kids who are struggling with obesity. His vision is to work with low-income kids who are struggling with obesity. Isn't that powerful? And that's what got him through. He went on to say that the Catch program literally saved his life. And I wish I could have recorded the entire conversation, but I'm summarizing it as best as I can. He said when he started the program, he was living at home. He had a very low-paying job, and he had very low self-esteem. Now, he currently has his own place. He's working as a surgery tech at Children's Hospital, and he loves what he's doing because he's making a difference in children's lives. And I just got a report he has a girlfriend, too. So what Nathan said is that the Catch program was his first big step. And then he went on to tell me what his next big step is. He wants to be an RN. And then his next big step after that is he wants to get into nutrition so he can educate kids on healthy lifestyles. So I asked Nathan, after this wonderful conversation, what message would you like to give to all these graduates tonight? If you could be here tonight, what would you tell them? What's the message? And he said, well, you know, Erin, it's pretty much what we've been talking about the last half hour. He said, tell them, if you set your mind to do something, you can do it. He said, have a vision and tell yourself that you can do it, because it's necessary to believe in yourself. So like my son and Nathan, remember why you're here today. What you have accomplished in this program is just the first big step and the first open door towards a phenomenal future and a career path. Keep going, keep learning, keep pursuing your vision of where you want to be. Your pursuit and hard work will continue to pay off and will open more doors. And I hope I've convinced you that there are jobs out there. And don't forget your passion. It's your passion inside that will help you drive to make a difference in people's lives, make a difference in our community, and make a difference within yourself. I wish you all the best in your new career pathway, and I look forward to talking to some of you in the future. Thank you very much.
There's another part of Nathan's story that I want to share, because I think it's very important to know that your work is not done. The hard work is not done. Nathan earned his nursing assistant NAC certificate, and he didn't like doing it. He didn't like being in the nursing home and working there, and he quit healthcare and was doing something else, feeling like he failed. Jared, I tell you, once you're in catch, you're stuck with us. Jared kept calling him. Hey, how's it going? What are you thinking? And he finally got him to talk enough to be able to see that working in the nursing home was a job he could do. He could help with patients. He could get the experience that he needed and get that under his belt so he could get on to the next job. And then the next time I heard about Jason, he was at a really large nursing home that we had externship students going to. And he was delightful and just was so excited that other catch students were coming. And he was telling them how great it was, and he became a really great employee at working with his patients there, and he began to really feel that. And then he got the job at Children's. And so now he's in that dream job where he wanted to be, but he had to make a couple of more hard steps. And that's to get the experience that you need, to start at the bottom and work hard and do it well and not be resentful that I don't like doing this. That's a very important element of this story that I just had to stop and share. But I love that he's such a great story, and I really appreciate all the work of all of our catch staff who go that extra mile to pick up the phone. Aaron can't be with us tonight. He's now he's tenure track faculty down at Highline, but he met with each of you and challenged you here at Edmonds to keep that goal in mind. So, yeah, really appreciate the work he did, and I wish he could have been here to celebrate with you. So, enough of that. Now it's your turn. I would like to have all of the completers certificate folks from Edmonds Community College, please come on down. And there's this little waiting area right over here behind this curtain. If you could come over there. And then we'll set up real quick. And Dr. Hernandez wants to present you with your certificate of accomplishment. Come on over here. Over here. Over here. Start with Edmund, and then we'll get to Everett. Keep you straight. And I think when we're all finished passing this out, I've been told that we'd like to get some pictures of each of the cohorts over on this side, so don't run off. So, thanks.
Okay, we're going to read the names of our graduates. Some of them unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight, but we're going to read their names anyways, and we're certainly happy that a lot of you are here. First graduate would be Stormy Adams. She can't be here tonight. Second one is here, Leslie Asensio. Leslie. Marissa Barnett. Caroline Bauman. Josephine Brabham. Kamani Burton. Alexis Campos. Anitra Darst. Joey Delino. Okay, this person's here. Jenny Lynn Healy. Brittany Johnson. It's not here. Fatumata Kita. Fatumata's here. Donghoon Kim. Tiffany Locking. Olga Lutsky. Jenna Martin. Kristen MacArthur. Wendy McBean Munoz. Nicole Olson. Seyoung Park. Elizabeth Post. Perla Pulido. Ashley Roos. Angie Sherrill. Bronwyn Smith. Kyo Song. Vanessa Soria. Christopher Swickard. Elizabeth Tucker. Erica Vaga. Elizabeth Vasquez Marios. Tony Williams. Rainey Wilson. Madeline Yanis. And Valissa Yellowwolf.
come over on this side so President Byers can present your certificate. So many are already working. That's good and bad for us, but hey, it's great.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I will start off with reading the names of Catch graduates from Everett Community College. Some of the graduates, unfortunately, were not able to make it here tonight, but I'm going to read their names anyways. So here we go. Kristen Barker, Jennifer Beals, Anna Binton, Samantha Bertram, Bree Buckingham, Rohani Cabezas, Michaela Campbell, Veronica Cataline, Anton Clementi, Ashley Cochran, Jeannie Colony, Candice Dominguez, Natasha Donaldson, Pauline Fisher, Victoria Garcia Carrion, Dulce Guerra, Jana Holly, Ashley Hansen, Ashley Hestness, Patricia Hewitt, Heather Hagberg, Anthony Horn, Charlene Huntley, Corina Asia, Helen Johnson, Christina Jorgensen, Christina Juarez, Stevie Kennedy, Michelle Kirshner, Bindu Lamsal. She's right there. Megan Lane, Yolanda Larios, Keely McDonald, Michelle McDonald, Vanessa Myers, Deborah Newsom, Ashlyn Notowa, Amber Nygaard, Brittany Peoples, Katerina Papach, Kayla Quinn, Stephanie Spat, Joseph Starzl, Valerie Velasquez, Jane Wadiro, James Wellman, and Kay Taylor Wilson.
Thank you, Sana. Thank you. Let's have one more hand for the graduates who are able to come and be here tonight and celebrate with us. Thank you very much. I want to thank you all for coming and sharing this evening with us.